I'm shocked. I'm absolutely stunned. What was that today? Was that some kind of end times game in Germany, or what did Lars Klingbeil seriously say today? First of all, I'll just show you the reporter's reaction and what he has to say about it, and then you'll know why I'm completely thrown off. Hey, if you're interested in honest news, please leave a like and subscribe. It would really help me a lot to share things like this with even more people.
Thank you. Let's move to your questions, starting with Mr. Klingbeil.
So, in Washington, the brief press conference about 100 billion for the victims of the war involving Iran. That does sound like quite a lot of money at first. Of course, the question is how much of that will really reach us in Germany?
I'm still in shock. I'm just so stunned by how much money is flowing into this whole Iran issue right now. And above all, yes, today we learned that we're facing the worst reforms. I mean, hey, it's great that right now everyone here is talking about Timmy. That way, so many people don't even notice how they just know it's purely a show of power. How much power these people have over the whole population, and because people don't wake up and don't see that things can't go on like this. Yes, welcome. Today they made millions available for Iran. Over 100 billion, yes, are now being sent to this region, and in Germany, yes, we have to save even more. Before we get to the interview, just listen to the second reporter for a moment.
Also, to generally cushion the energy markets on the one hand with money, but also to respond to it. How can we support the poorest countries in the world and help them in this context? The Minister for Development also traveled to Washington.
Marco, thank you for that summary. Thank you.
Yes, I had the exact same look on my face as those two reporters. Thank you. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I then decided to make a video and just thought to myself, this doesn't happen often, but I'm at a loss for words. And the whole thing had a backstory that happened today in the Bundestag before I play you the two videos in a moment. And you should know that beforehand as well. Keep in mind, for those who follow my channel, the health insurers. This is going to be really difficult for families now, especially if they already have children who are over 8 years old or over 7 years old. Then medications will become much more expensive for our retirees. They gave us a 17-cent fuel discount. That's all there is because we have a huge budget deficit. And now they spit in your face real quick before they go rob you. That fits, that sums it up perfectly. Now first, the two scenes from the Bundestag.
And what we discussed at the beginning, elms are not migrants. Can you clarify the problem here once again in this house, once and for all, also for the AfD who have been inciting hatred here again today?
Mr. Representative, the scientific findings and also the criminological findings show that violence against women exists in all social classes, among all nations, and is committed by people of all nationalities. And that the perpetrators are, in 99% of cases, or let's say in the vast majority of cases, men.
Yes, but there's something else in this report. Namely, that Syrians are 11 times more likely to have this tendency to commit such acts against people than Germans are. And Ullman was exactly in that bubble with all the leftists. How are these people to blame for individual outbursts? And well, wait a minute, the question of guilt hasn't even been clarified yet, because now the courts are dealing with it, just to mention that again. And now think about what we need here in Germany, and then what we definitely don't need, exactly in that order.
But then, above all, tomorrow there will be a donor conference that Jens Stoltenberg and I are hosting, where we also want to send a signal together with the countries that are actively supporting Ukraine. We continue to stand by your side, how we use the funds we provide, how we can use them more efficiently, and how we can also send signals to private investors. But above all, the clear signal is that it must not stop, that we must see every day what is happening in Ukraine.
I have a question. These private investors we're talking about, are they pretty close to the SPD? Do they have a yellow sign like that? Oh no, not that I get sued. Or on the other hand, are they pretty close to the CDU? Do they have red trucks? I won't say much more about that, and usually have white lettering on them. Okay, let's leave it at that, yeah. Are those the private investors we're talking about? If you're interested in the topic, comment below. I made this video today without a script, without any research, because I really just thought maybe some of you are interested in how I sometimes work on my videos and think about how I can present it in a way that someone out there can actually still understand it. And here I failed. Second clip.
I already announced them 2 weeks ago for the region, 177 million euros, yes.
For what? So that now we get a higher tobacco tax, so I'd be interested to know how that's going to be financed. Also yesterday, yes, also with the 2 billion that we have to bring there, and now all the money is going to other countries as well. So, especially today, the topic is so hot that the 1,000 euro tax giveaway only goes to company bosses. People are freaking out about that. People are already freaking out right now because the health insurance is being taken away, and yes, new ones come here. So, in 2 days, 2.37 billion euros were just promised away. Yeah, contracts signed plus Ukraine, which nobody has heard anything about to this day.
To talk about the topic of Gaza reconstruction. In the end, you have to say this war must end. It brings suffering for many, many millions of people worldwide, especially millions of people in the region and in the global south who are fighting for survival.
And we, with political stability and political security, while the people out there are sometimes armed to the teeth and causing unrest here. There are other people who are panicking here in the country. You don't have any money left over for the police. What do you think would happen if, here in Germany, 170 million were suddenly given to the police as extra funding? No, you're taking it outside again, yes. The world is bad, and we can't help everyone, and we can't make all the suffering better, but at some point you have to draw a line, and that's where the economy is at risk. And that it's at risk, well, just open up Bild newspaper, Welt, RTL, Sat1 ARD, and ZDF. You'll find something there. In 30 to 45 seconds at the latest. I apologize for this video. I made it completely without any research. I made it completely without a script, and I ended up scrapping everything and then decided on this version after all. Why? Guys, sometimes I sit here all day rubbing like this. That's just a quirk of mine. No, when I don't understand something, I rub my eyes like this all day. Because I just sit there and think to myself, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? That money they're giving away, we desperately need it ourselves. Police, fire department, safety here on the streets, housing, whatever else. With 170 million alone, how many houses could you have built with that? But no, for the German people in Germany, there are only cutbacks and really tough ones at that.